stress-free life, just want to make my baby happy.
No, wait.
Good cheer, Antonio, what man? Courage yet. The Jews shall have my flesh, blood, bones, and all. Ere thou shalt not lose from me one drop of blood.
It's a tradition in the theater that on opening night, you get flowers. It's my personal tradition just to make sure you have something to remember this night by. Erica? Thank you. Daniela? Thank you. Jade? Thank you!
I'm playing Bassanio, who's a best friend of Antonio in The Merchant of Venice.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
Jeremy, who's the Jew. We just call him the Jew. His name is Sherlock, but he's a Jewish. He runs a kind of a bank, and he loans money and gets money. And Antonio, my best friend, owes him money, but he signed a contract with Shylock, him, that if I don't pay this to you, then you have to give me a pound of your flesh. Like he's gonna cut the flesh off of him. I don't know why. And I'm kind of there to be like, nah, you ain't cutting the pound of flesh off, my man. Like you ain't gonna do that.
A lot of people ask me why I do Shakespeare. And it's because I think it's the top level. It's the highest you can set the bar. The students at Lyons tend to arrive with a very unstable foundation, and they need a lot of reinforcement in their core subjects. And if they can excel in interpersonal intelligence, in intrapersonal intelligence, in their presentation mode, that might be their key to success. Theater is seen as an alternative, and for some of them it is a breakthrough. They suddenly have more confidence. It's crucial. And so, as I've said before, I'm not creating performers. I'm creating kids who have more confidence in their skill to communicate.
It's kind of just the feeling of being on stage and like everybody watching you, not necessarily like you, but just the stage and like you being a part of it all. It's a very good feeling inside. It's kind of something you can only find in theater.
For kids who have been very traumatized, either from their own life, their personal life experiences, or from the environment in which they're living, theater allows you a place where you can prepare, you can practice, you can do all the things you don't get to do in real life, and you can imagine something different, right? You can be like, okay, this is my life, this is how it's going. I can picture something different. And oh, wait, I actually have control over my life. I could make my life different.
Jen would just teach me that no matter what people say, just be yourself, because you can't change that. And that's what theater is teaching me. Theater is teaching me that I could be anybody I want.
It feels like you're actually doing something. Having that ability to be proud of it makes me feel like I can interact differently with the world. It makes me feel like I have more say than I usually feel like I do, or that I do.
So we have 2 classes, and each class is doing 2 scenes. We're doing scenes from Midsummer Night's Dream, Merchant of Venice, and Love's Labor's Lost. We have 3 weeks until our performance. Let's check in. We need to know how you're feeling today, okay? Angel, start us off.
I had a headache, but now it's not going. It went away, so I'm great.
I'm not so happy because I don't understand. I fully don't understand my parts.
And I couldn't, for the life of me, remember any of my lines but one page.
Every day we have the circle. Every day we check in and stress that how you're feeling, how you are prepared for that moment is really very important.
The play that we're doing is The Merchants of Venice, and I play the Duke. And I feel like that's a big part for me because I still have lines that I need to study. That thou but leadest this fashion of thy malice. Fuck, hold on.
They'll have mixed results. The one that really isolates their greatest fear, I think for most of them, that's going to be memorizing their lines.
According to Jim's like routine, you should be up to like, I think 30 lines already. And I'm only up to 7.
I think I have, my character has 11 or 12 lines, and I've gotten 5 or 6 down so far.
But life itself, my wife, and all the world have not...
I didn't want to do it at first. I was kind of just, wait, can I curse? I was kind of just fuck it, you know, see what happens. And then I really enjoyed it. I was very uncomfortable at first because it's kind of stepping out of my bubble. I was kind of just, let me get the shortest role possible. And I did get the short. I only had 3 lines. And then now, with this one, I had to do 39 lines. And it's a big change. Learning your lines and taking the part is one thing, but actually being on stage and being there with the people watching you is another thing.
Where is everybody? I don't have Tati. Who's here? Anyone seen Jeremy? No. Kasim? No. And Justin?
There is. I don't even know where these people are.
Wow. Okay.
There is nobody.
Wow.
Attendance is really difficult. I always say our kids do exactly how they feel. I look at the attendance issue based on what's going on at home. It's just that there is no real, the families are very fragile economically and socially. They're just earning enough to have a minimal survival environment.
The entire company, there's usually a few people that skip out and Jim has to jump in, or another student has to jump in with a script, which sucks, but I think that's gonna happen, and it might happen in our scene, and with the girl that's supposed to show up.
I was not coming on time to school. I have this thing if I'm late already, everything else doesn't matter, so I just take my time.
I can't blame her for it. I just wish she was here, but we gotta work around it if we have to.
At this point, they've had less rehearsal than any group I've had before. In the past, if I've had a large number who disappear, I've canceled scenes. I don't get that feeling from this year's group.
Bro, I'm in fucking class.
What are you talking about?
The classes that you haven't been here for.
Oh, I thought you meant that you was gonna go to
No. I meant
downstairs.
the entirety of the classes that you weren't here for.
No. I didn't know that.
Do you have your lines in there or?
Are you there? Yep.
Tati's here. This is important. I'm so glad to see you. Here's the thing, and you'll probably hear me repeat this later, but I just want to remind you that when we're on stage tonight, you get one chance. So you might as well make the most of it. I'm very optimistic.
Low to interrupt my purpose rest for the shit.
Freeze for just a second. Justin, do me a favor.
Slow down.
Tell the story. The whole audience needs to hear this story.
Under the course of the sycamore, I thought to close my eyes from half an hour, when lo to interrupt my purpose rest, toward the shade I might behold dressed. The king and his companions are overheard by what y'all shall overhear, that by and by the skies they will be here. Yeah. Yeah, we're waiting with the princess.
Who's Byron?
I don't know, Byron. Who's Byron?
I'm just most worried about saying the line.
I'm most worried about my last few lines. I haven't even got them memorized.
What I plan to get out of this is probably like the satisfaction of knowing I did it.
Yeah, and I'm proud of being in a Shakespeare festival for the first time.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
We're going to have to postpone the show. There are 8 people missing from the cast today. I just went through the master attendance list.
Till when? They might still show up.
They had one job.
Pardon this interruption. The performance of the annual Spring Shakespeare Festival, scheduled for tonight, has been rescheduled. The new date is Tuesday, April 25th at 6 p.m.
I just call him. Fucking hell, man. You had one fucking job.
My mom took off, my dad took off, my grandpa was gonna show up.
Damn, your grandpa? Damn.
Hey, Dad. Bad news. The show has been rescheduled. Yeah. That's fine. I wasn't in the fucking mood to drive from Shakespeare.
At least 8 people were absent yesterday, which is, to me, critical mass. It means that 25% of the cast was not in school.
I'm confused as to why it was postponed. Like, I don't know why it was postponed. If it's because people wasn't here, I was gonna come when it was time to come, like fall. I didn't come to school yesterday because it was like nasty outside. But I was gonna come like around 5.
They set their own, rules about the weather. When the weather is bad, we have Brooklyn Latin downstairs, the whole school is present. You come up here, we only have 2/3 of the kids in school, if that much.
I had more students not show up than ever in the past. More students obviously still dependent on their script than I've ever seen.
It was so shitty. It really sucked. Because I was ready. I felt like I was ready. The show that I could have seen with the 4 scenes that day, I think might be way better than the show that could be coming up. Postponed after a long break.
We'll see.
That fucking sucks. Yeah. What class you got now?
The festival is next Tuesday, so that gives us 3 days in class to rehearse. I am feeling energized, and I'm feeling very time conscious. I want to make every moment count. Let's take it from Madam Not So.
Madam Not So, I do beseech you stay. Now at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your loves.
Oh, grant us your loves. What are you doing?
Wait, he's asking for a blessing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blessing. What does he want? He
wants
says,
to-
grant us your loves. What's he asking for?
Like to be with them.
For all of them, right?
He's saying, marry me. And John, who's your focus on?
Maria.
Okay, it's Maria. Here's the deal, is we have this class to rehearse, then we have a show tonight. Today is when it happens. I would like to do Love's Labor's Lost, then I would like to do Merchant of Venice.
You have to come.
I just hope nobody comes. Like at all.
So, places, please.
So I could use flashcards when I'm on stage. Hold on.
If that's what you need.
And curtain.
Must What's the wish stand in your own defense or hide your heads like?
I'm very concerned. I see some progress with a few of the kids, but I don't see as much work as I thought was going to be done.
I still have to learn a few of my lines. So if I get those on the way, I could pretty sure.
I want to know my lines, and I don't think I have everything down so far. So
I think everyone from my scene will show up, hopefully. Because like all of them have like walking through halls of asking me, "Are you gonna come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming." Like, make sure you come. I'm coming. So yeah.
Okay, quiet, please. Quiet, please. So we're missing 3 people for the Love's Labor's Lost scene. Is there someone who would like to read The King of Spain? Going once? Going twice? Jeremy? Awesome. Thank you so much. Can I have a round of applause for Jeremy? Okay. So then we still have Dumaine, which is one of the guys who follows the king. Awesome. Would someone like to read the part of Mr. Quince? That would be awesome. Could we have a round of applause for Angel, please? Okay, please do not go on stage from this moment on, and I will give you places in about 4 minutes. Thank you. Thank you.
In an Italian city known for sea power and maritime commerce, a Christian merchant has entered into a strange argument with a Jewish businessman. Ladies and gentlemen, our next scene is from Merchants of Venice.
Shiloh, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou believest this fashion of thy malice, and 'tis thought, to the last hour of act, 'tis thought that thou show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. It's my first time acting in front of a lot of people this time, and I feel more confident performing in front of other people. It shows me not to be scared. They're just there to watch, and you don't really feel like you're being judged.
I am not bound to please thee with my answer.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he does not kill.
For every offense is not a hate at first.
What, would thou have a serpent sting thee twice? I think we did okay because we're not like professionals or some shit. We don't go to the art school and like that. Like we from I think all of us like some of us from the projects. We ain't art coming out there besides rapping, but so like I think we did okay.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
Huh? I am content.
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
Our scene, my scene, I felt we messed up pretty badly.
Oh, that's an understatement. Like we changed a lot of stuff. In the Merchant of Venice, we basically skipped past an entire page.
Yeah. What ended up happening was Merchant of Venice became a comedy. I am not well. Send the deed after me and I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it. And that is all. Thank you. Thank you.
I just feel like yesterday it was just a mess. Because like she said, like people were on script, like when they already were supposed to like learn their whole lines. People didn't come. So yeah. So like other people had to fill in, so it was just like a hot mess. But I had fun.
I am so happy I did not go on stage. This might be the first time.
I feel like you did a good job, and you know how they say like the show must go on, and don't let the audience know that you messed up. Like we kind of did that.
And then the fourth scene I really enjoyed because I mainly improv all that stuff. Improv is a great tool.
So I think I did
Okay, I did wonderful. No, I didn't. That's terrible. I messed up a lot. Okay, I did okay. But I ended, no, I didn't.
I did as well as I could.
Did you have fun?
Yes, it was very fun.
How do you think I did?
I think it was just a good time for everybody. I think everybody somehow enjoyed themselves, even with like the mess ups and stuff. Like our play messed up a little bit, but it was funny. It was fun. But it was fun though, right? It was. Thank you, Jim.